Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles, I'm hard as nails, it ain't hard to tell. I break them down, whether they're solid or frail. Born and out in the heavens, the blood of my ancestors flows inside me. My duty is to save the flower from evil deterioration. Streaking lights out sounds and instincts on the elements that keep me going. I'm fighting my own mission, nothing's gonna stand in my way.
Okay, full disclosure, this is what I was hoping the theme song would sound like. Isn't technology terrifying? Hello and welcome back to Green Hills. My name is Peter, your friendly neighborhood Batonic Spider. So the Knuckles series is finally here, and it just so happened to notice that lots of Sonic fans are pissed and disappointed of the show's outcome. As for yours truly, I didn't mind it. If anything, this little side quest got me more excited for Sonic 3. However, suffice to say, the show is anything but perfect and has some clear and cut issues. But is it really the worst piece of Sonic media out there? Absolutely not. It's not nearly as bad as the disappointing Sonic Prime Season 3. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so let's just talk about what I liked and then I'll rant about the bad stuff. So it's pretty evident from the past two movies that this universe is loosely adapting moments from the gaming series while taking lots of bold departures, such as the case with Knuckles no longer being on his own, guarding the Master Emerald on Angel Island. Instead now, he's on Earth with Sonic and Tails living in a house. After moving from planet to planet, hunting down the Master Emerald, Knuckles here is taking on the whole fish out of water storyline like Sonic did in his first movie, where he has no purpose beyond being the greatest warrior. In contrast, movie Tails and Sonic have made themselves at home with the Wachowskis. So, giving Knuckles a mission to help Wade become a bowling warrior is a fun idea in concept. However, in execution, not a lot of people like that. Every time Knuckles is on screen, you can't help but root for the little fella to find his place in the new planet, finding out what it's like to have a home and to fight for a family. So I feel bad for him because he's been on his own for such a long time. All he knows how to do is fight and live a warrior's lifestyle. There are moments in the show where you see Knuckles learning how to be a genuine person, like rocking out with Wade, watching rom-coms with Wade's mom, and brave enough to deal with a psychopath who's responsible for kidnapping Carly, Sam, and Freddy that one time on iCarly. Seriously, what the frick is she even doing here? I mean, she seems to be the kind of actress who keeps getting typecast as the most annoying sitcom psycho chick, so I guess in hindsight it works, but damn, did they really have to make her this annoying? Moving on. Like, Knuckles himself gets some solid development here, but not as much as I'd liked. The two GUN agents were alright, but the other villains weren't nearly as memorable. And as for the whipped cream icon of the hour, Mr. Whipple himself, Wade! Yes, this series is mostly about Wade. Am I disappointed? Of course, but that doesn't mean I'm pissed off and I'll cry about it on the internet. Wade is not a bad character. He's always been a fun comedic relief to see in both films, and thanks to this show, there is now some added depth and character growth to him. They managed to make him more likable and in a strange way, relatable. Yes, he's a moron who goes from zero to hero in bowling, but then again, you could have saved that plot for an original bowling series. Why hijack the Sonic series to tell your bowling sitcom? Though, the rock opera episode was a beautifully chaotic surprise, and a personal highlight of mine. Such a groovy jam. But yeah, again, you see what the problem is? Instead of hijacking the Sonic series just to make that viewership money, you could have just made an original Ted Lasso-esque bowling series. Maybe about the Big Lebowski, I don't know. Then again, not many people would have seen that either, huh? So, honestly, wish they would have called the show Wade and Knuckles instead. Though, probably clickbaiting people is the more lucrative option these days. Sadly. Sigh. Look, I understand why most fans are pissed. I really do. But did any of you think we'd get any big reveals here? Now, as someone who is more than just a Sonic fan, I noticed that this isn't the first time that a fandom creates false expectations and overhypes a series just to be rewarded with a bunch of nothing. I mean, for example, to me, my Marvel fans, do you guys remember WandaVision and how we all thought Mephisto or Doctor Strange or even the fake Pietro would be revealed to be the Fox Universe Quicksilver? Yeah, none of that happened in the finale, did it? Nope, none of that happened. People there was no freaking way that the Chaotix or Rouge the Bat would ever show up in the series. Why? Because the producers confirmed that the show was optional viewing. And even if it wasn't, why would any big reveal be exclusive to a smaller scale streaming series that isn't nearly as big as any of the big guns like Netflix, Max, or Disney Plus? Very counterproductive. But I also noticed how Knuckles only got one big trailer and a couple of smaller commercials. This was enough proof to show that the series would be a smaller scale bonus that would tide us over as we wait for Sonic Movie 3. This is why I've personally learned to lower expectations and hype responsibly. The bigger money comes from the theatrical releases, unless you're Star Wars, cause we all know how that's been fumbling the bag lately. The show could have worked as a backstory / character development show for Knuckles, but sadly as it is, the show was never marketed as such. Overall, the show was a fun binge and not as offensive as people are making it out to be. To be fair, if people really wanted a solid adaptation of the Sonic series, something that was equivalent of the darker tone from Frontiers or the Knuckles prologue short from Frontiers, then we'd need to get a PG-13 rating. Look, I know there is a certain group of fans online who refuse a PG-13 Sonic because they think, oh yeah, ow, the edge. They'll all hold guns, or they'll all swear, or they'll all make love to each other. No, it is pretty evident that the current movie series is aimed at kids and families. However, with this particular show in mind, I did happen to notice that they included harder than average PG swears like hell, damn, or piss. With Keanu Reeves finally swinging by as the ultimate life form, and with the creators confirming that a lot of elements from Sonic Adventure 2 are to be adapted in the next film, I do see the tone of the third movie getting slightly darker, a la Harry Potter, but in a similar tone as an MCU film, where families can still enjoy it, but it'll be darker than your basic family flick. It's only a matter of time till we see that Sonic 3 trailer and see what the team at Paramount has been cooking. Overall, the Knuckles series gets a 7 out of 10 rating, which is a certified mega jumbo barn moment. So now I want to hear from you. What did you think of Wade and Knuckles? Yes, that's what I'm calling it. Be sure to leave a comment below, like and subscribe for more movie and video game content. Thanks again for watching, God bless, and stay groovy, y'all.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles, I'm hard as nails, it ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or